The PCL-181 is designed to mark the end of the era of Soviet-designed 130 and 152mm towed artillery pieces in the People's Liberation Army Ground Force, or PLAGF. This truck-mounted howitzer, or TMH, is not merely a howitzer mounted on a truck. It also offers additional features not generally found in systems of its class. As a weapon detective, we're now investigating the PCL-181, the Chinese wheels that carry hellfire. The PCL-181 is China's latest artillery piece developed in the birthplace of gunpowder and firearms. While it is replacing the previous generation of towed field guns and howitzers in the PLAGF, its export variant, the SH-15, has also achieved a decent international market presence. Following the introduction of the French PCL, TMHs have become a trend in modern armies. China began creating its own solution in 2002. The first was the 155mm SH-1. Developed for export, the WS-5252 6x6 truck-based TMH quickly found customers abroad. Norinco was pleased with this new market, but the PLAGF initially showed little interest in this new artillery. It settled for simple 122mm systems. By the late 2010s, the Army finally embraced the trend and required new 155mm TMH to replace the towed 130mm Type 59-1 field guns and 152mm Type 66 howitzers, which are Chinese reverse-engineered copies of the Soviet M46 and D-20 respectively. Norinco also collaborated with the Nanjing University of Science and Technology design team during the design phase. The PLAGF introduced the new TMH, the PCL-181, into service in 2018. In the same year, Norinco unveiled its export variant, the SH-15, at the Zhuhai Air Show. The first public appearance of the PCL-181 took place during the military parade marking the 70th anniversary of the founding of the People's Republic of China on October 1, 2019. During marching, the barrel rests in a central recess within the cabin. The engine placement creates a compact design and minimizes the distance between the crew compartment and the muzzle. This arrangement thereby reduces the shockwave's impact on the cabin during firing. The PCL-181 steel armor crew compartment can withstand small arms fire and shell splinters and provides CBRN protection. The windows are bulletproof. However, during firing, some personnel, such as the loader, must disembark, which leaves them exposed. The recoil system is also protected against small arms fire and shell splinters. Different sources suggest various 6x6 trucks, such as the Shanxi SX250, FAW CTM-132, or a one-shine special vehicle made one as the base carrier vehicle for the PCL-181. The SX250 is too old and is being phased out of service. The 6x6 trucks of one-shine special vehicle have too little resemblance to the TMH. A modified version of the CTM-132 seems the most sensible option, as PLAGF selected it as a standardized military truck in 2011. Additionally, the PCL-161, which can be described as the 4x4 variant of the PCL-181 with a 122mm howitzer, is based on the CTM-134, the 4x4 version of the CTM-132. Alongside the central tire inflation system and a high power-to-weight ratio of 16 horsepower per ton, hydropneumatic suspensions give the TMH good cross-country mobility for its class. The PCL-181 can negotiate 0.4 meter vertical steps and 0.7 meter trenches and fort to a depth of 1.2 meters. Its turning radius is 11 meters. The hydropneumatic suspensions also allows the TMH to adjust its ground clearance between 350 and 150 millimeters, improving road holding during movement. Lowering the vehicle also saves space during railway or air transport. Like the other TMHs, the PCL-181 does not require a tank transporter for tactical deployment. Its low weight of 25 tons roughly half that of the 155mm PLZ-05 tracked self-propelled howitzer, or SPH, allows it to travel on most bridges and highways without weight restrictions. This capability is particularly beneficial in the region around the Chinese-Indian border, where infrastructure is poor, with weak bridges and unsafe cliff roads. Furthermore, it can be transported by military transport aircraft such as the IL-76MD, Y-20, or even Y-9. The PCL-181 can be ready to fire from a running position within a minute. Thanks to the Beidou satellite navigation system, the TMH can be deployed to an exact position designated by the battery command post. During firing, loaders and ammunition handlers must leave the armored cabin. To stabilize the vehicle before firing, two large spades are hydraulically lowered at the rear, and the hydropneumatic suspensions reduces ground clearance. The ammunition storage compartment holds 27 shells or charge racks on each side of the chassis, positioned low and aligned with the wheels to lower the center of gravity and enhance stability. The main armament is a modified version of the 155mm AH-2 towed howitzer, also used on the PLZ-05 SPH. With network-centric warfare capability, the PCL-181 receives target data from sources such as artillery forward observation teams or unmanned aerial vehicles. The TMH is equipped with two identical fire control consoles, one in the armored cabin and the other behind the ammunition rack on the left side of the vehicle. The fire control system, supported by the Beidou satellite navigation system, calculates elevation and traverse angles using data from the battery command center. The gunner can automatically lay the gun using either one of the two fire control consoles. For manual backup, the left side of the breech is equipped with a sight, elevation, and traverse levers. The crew sets the fuse, removes the shells from the rack, and places it on the loading rack to the right of the breech. The loading ram automatically loads the munition. The charge is then manually placed into the chamber. The gun features a semi-automatic vertical wedge breech block, reducing the number of components and simplifying operation. It can be fired remotely or manually using the manual control on the left side of the breech. The barrel traverses 360 degrees, providing the TMH with a significant tactical advantage within its class. When the gun is looking forward, due to the crew cabin, the minimum depression angle must be at least 30 degrees. The PCL-181 is compatible with both Chinese-made and NATO standard ammunition. A muzzle velocity radar is mounted above the gun to enhance accuracy. For conventional ammunition, the circular error probability is approximately 200 meters at maximum range. The PCL-181 can also fire the laser-guided GP-155A, satellite-guided GP-155B, and GP-155G with smart sub-munitions and even nuclear munitions. The TMH offers direct fire capability within visual range. While firing is not possible at 20 degrees forward, where the cabin is located, direct fire is possible at 35 degrees to the left and right. In such missions, it can use the guided GP-1 munitions. With shoot and scoot capability, the PCL-181 can vacate its position within 1 minute, providing a critical advantage against counter-battery fire. The SH-15 variant is compatible with the WS-35 round, which achieves a maximum range of 100 km with a combination of rocket-assisted and folding wings. The TMH can be fitted with a machine gun mounted above the cabin for self-defense based on customer requirements. China, Ethiopia, and Pakistan are current operators of the PCL-181. The crew of the PCL-181 is 6 people. The TMH is 9.28 meters long, 2.66 meters wide, and 3.6 meters high. Its combat weight is 25 tons. The 400 horsepower WD-615.44 turbocharged diesel engine gives a maximum speed of 90 km per hour. The vehicle's range is 600 km. The 155mm 52 caliber gun has a range of 27 km with a standard projectile and 73 km with a rocket-assisted projectile. Its rate of fire is 4 to 6 rounds per minute. The barrel can be traversed 360 degrees and has a maximum elevation angle of 70 degrees. Since June 2020, China has deployed the PCL-181 in the Tibet Autonomous Region amid tensions with India. Following the outbreak of the conflict with India in 2025, Pakistan reported using SH-15s in combat missions against Indian military targets, including logistic bases, artillery positions, and checkpoints. Before beginning our analysis, we should apologize. In our Atmos video, we suggested that the PCL-181 lags behind its many rivals in the market because China is not a traditional producer of the 155mm artillery, and the carrier platform is not widespread. We humbly accept that the recent information and the market achievements have proved our misjudgment. The PCL-181 is a highly mobile, reliable, cost-effective, and accurate TMH. China's expanding road and railway network in the east enables a strong rapid reaction capability against potential seaborne assaults. Compared to other SPHs in the PLAGF inventory, such as the PLZ-05, the PCL-181's low weight and high engine output allow it to operate more efficiently in the Himalayan region, where infrastructure is poor and air density is low. The TMH also offers superior strategic transportability. Alongside China's 8x8 ZBL-08 and its derivatives, the PCL-181 can be deployed quickly and efficiently to regions within China's expanding areas of influence during emergencies. The recent conflict in Kashmir demonstrated that the Chinese-made 155mm artillery system is not behind the K1, one of the best and most commercially successful SPHs. On the contrary, its truck-based design offers several advantages over the Vidar, including lower operational costs, lower fuel consumption, and reduced mechanical complexity. Still, we do not claim that the PCL-181 surpasses the K9 in all aspects. As noted in previous analysis, we will briefly address this topic. A TMH and a tracked SPH are both mobile artillery systems, but they serve different roles. Although current automotive technologies offer much better off-road capability for wheeled vehicles, they still lag behind their tracked counterparts. Also, it would be a mistake to rely on the Western perspective on this topic. A TMH cannot keep up with the tanks of an armored brigade in the field. Western forces typically anticipate conflicts in urbanized areas rather than rough, open terrain, so wheeled vehicles provide sufficient mobility for their needs. Still, many other European nations think otherwise, and they have consequently chosen the tracked K9 over the newly developed brilliant TMHs. Geographically speaking, many parts of Asia and Africa are not as plain or as civilized. The potential conflict zones there still require tracked SPHs. Many nations in Asia and Africa cannot rely solely on either SPH or TMH, as some Europeans did. They must operate both of them side by side. Yes, several of them operate TMHs. However, excellent road networks or preparation for a conflict in urbanized areas are not the reason for this outcome. They simply do not have sufficient funds to acquire and operate a large tracked vehicle fleet, and they do not need them anyway, since they are not preparing for a full-scale mechanized war. A small TMH fleet is enough to secure their interest, or it's the cheapest option to supplement tracked SPHs. For them, the PCL-181 is a highly advantageous artillery system that offers high capabilities at an affordable price. Which developing or underdeveloped countries in Asia and Africa can actually buy a Caesar or an Archer? Or will they prefer tracked SPH, which have even higher acquisition and lifecycle costs and more complex to maintain? So we can predict that the market success of the PCL-181 has just begun. Thanks for watching our video. And please don't forget to subscribe to our channel and click the bell button to be notified of our new videos. Also, you can now click the join button to support our channel. And as always, we would greatly appreciate all of your likes, comments, and shares.